Hello and welcome back to Chasing Trophies. It's a new temporary setup, and there's a lot of politics going on, a lot of stuff happening in the cricket world. So I decided today we'll just chill out and talk about something exciting. I've got a very dear friend with me as well, who's very passionate about the game, and we'll go back to cricket history, take a trip down memory lane, and discuss a few things that happened in the T20 World Cup. We're getting older now. It's been like 20 years since the T20 World Cup started, and Punter's joining me. Punter, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Musti. It's always a pleasure to be with you. It's been long since I've seen you. The last I met you was in Canada, and now back we are here in Dubai. It's amazing to see you and meet you, man.
Yeah, man. And I said, let's do something a bit exciting because, like, I know
Absolutely.
we're talking a lot about politics these days, a lot about if matches will happen, if matches don't happen. So I said, let me take you back to 2007 and all the way to 2024. There's some matches we watched together, some we didn't. But the first memory of the T20 World Cup, for me, it was Chris Gayle. West Indies versus South Africa scoring 100. West Indies went on to lose that game, but that
Yeah.
started something crazy in our lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. I still remember. If you ask me about any World Cup games, the 2007 World Cup is so close to me that I remember as of yesterday. Even though we watched the 2024 World Cup together in US,
Yeah.
I still believe that the 2007 World Cup was something else.
Yeah.
As you said, the start off was insane. Chris Gayle smashing. I think no one's broken his record. No, McCallum has.
Yeah,
So
McCallum
he's
has, yeah.
second on
He's
the list.
second on the list.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Still
yeah.
has the record
Still has
for
the
that.
record.
And we understood how many sixes can be hit in cricket. We didn't understand at that time.
Correct.
And then, in that same tournament, Yuvraj Singh, he changed our lives. He changed his own life. He got a Porsche or something.
Yeah.
Six sixes in an over. We didn't know this can happen. And it was just something unbelievable. And if you remember going into the World Cup, especially India and in India, they're like, this is not real cricket. This is hit and giggle. But those six sixes changed all of our mindset. We're like, no, we have to win this World Cup.
Yeah, as you said, firstly, that team was absolutely different, right? There was no Sachin, no Ganguly. And we were hoping we're just underdogs going there, going to enjoy the game. I remember each and everything, even the statements by Dhoni to Ravi Shastri. I don't know if you remember when Dhoni won the match against Australia. He said yesterday in the newspaper, I read that Ravi Shastri said that India can't beat Australia with the captain like Dhoni. And then he said it to him. So, that was like a very fearless team. And what Yuvraj was, what form he was in, was something unbelievable. And that's six sixes till date. Whenever you watch it, whenever it's going around, you get a reel, you will watch the whole reel. You make sure that you watch all the six sixes. You remember each and every line said by Ravi Shastri.
Yeah.
Oh, even the last line, is it going? Is it going? It's gone. Insane, insane. That was like total. The world wasn't ready for the T20 World Cup, and what that T20 World Cup got, it changed the perspective of the game throughout the world. Like even youngsters, they were all looking to watch a game which was shorter and more fascinating for people like a Gen Z crowd currently. Even our level, we was like watching those 11 hours, 9 hours 50 over games, and then suddenly T20 comes to us and we're like, damn, this is something crazy.
Yeah, it also revived the India-Pakistan rivalry. There was a bowl out in the group stages.
Oh my goodness.
At that time, both teams were already qualified, but it was still exciting. We didn't know what a bowl out was, like penalty
Exactly.
shootout type, like football. We had that. That was crazy. And then, you got India-Australia semi-final. You've got Pakistan-New Zealand. And then the final, man.
Yeah.
The final, I still can't... whenever I think about it, I get scared. Like, like
Goosebumps.
Yeah, goosebumps. And that is the perfect game where the momentum keeps shifting from one end to the other. You've got like Mohammad Asif picking up wickets, and you've got Gambhir counter-attacking. Then you've got Imran Nazir hitting. He gets run out. Then in the end, Sohail Tanvir comes in, hits sixes.
Oh my goodness.
And then what was your thoughts when the ball was in the air before?
You won't believe, especially the first one when he actually hit the straight six. In fact, the first one which he hit the straight six on a full toss ball, I thought that's going up in the air, and that cleared the rope like by miles. And I was like, damn. So the last ball, what he did, I was like, oh my God, has this gone too? I thought this has gone back for a six. And then you see Srishant standing underneath the ball and catching that. Oh my goodness. And I couldn't sit in my place once Harbhajan got hit for those three sixes. I kept on walking, and my just like you kept telling me that your parents were also like, what happened to your son? My mom also kept telling my dad, what happened to your son? Why is he not sitting?
Yeah.
The blood pressure was going up and down.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. And yes, the bowl out experience. Oh my God, I can't believe Ravi Shastri is saying 1-0.
Yeah.
It's not soccer. It is not football. It is cricket.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Those two games,
Yeah.
India Pakistan, was insane. And as you said, their bowling attack was insane. Umar Gul was at his peak. Mohammad Asif bowling insane. Nobody, till now, he lost his cricket lifespan, but whoever talks about him talks great about him. He was a fantastic bowler. He could swing both ways, get that ball in. Some brilliant bowling, and World Cup final is just having a small total. Though Gambhir played extremely well, the contribution of Rohit Sharma in that game was also very important.
I knew you'll say that.
100%, 100% raw, baby.
And even in the game against South Africa, when Yuvraj was injured, he stepped in and scored a 50. Yeah.
So and then Irfan Pathan picking up those 3
Man of the match.
Man of the match.
Yeah. I still have the catch. I haven't seen it live. So when he hit it 6, when he hit it in the air, when he scooped it, I thought it was a 6. So I put my hands like this. My dad said he's out. Then I saw the thing, and then I just see everyone running towards Srishant. So the actual catch was like my hands were in my head, so I didn't see that, but it was incredible, and that pumped up everything. We got the IPL and everything. We'll need a different episode on what the impact of that catch had on Indian cricket. But then as we move on, India won that. It just boomed T20. Everyone wanted it. The demand was there. And then cut to we had the 2009 T20 World Cup. Unfortunately for India, it wasn't a great World Cup, but it was England. It was a beautiful place to play cricket.
Correct.
And Pakistan, what they showed in 2007, they continued it, and they played some incredible cricket. You mentioned Umar Gul.
Yeah.
He had some outstanding performances.
Absolutely.
I think the game against New Zealand, he bowled like 4 overs, like 10 runs, picked up like 3-4 wickets. And he was bowling towards the end, you remember?
Exactly. Yeah. He used to come exactly after 13th over.
Yeah,
and he
exactly.
used to bowl 4 overs in one trot. And that was some brilliant planning by them. I think, Mohammad Asif starting with Sol Tanveer and then Umar Gul coming later on. Some brilliant thoughts. And, as you said, their form was there. They were playing really well in 2007 World Cup, and then 2009 their form continued, and they played, and they deserved to win the World Cup.
Yeah, they deserved to win. Shahid Afridi, he was unbelievable in the finals. He was that match winner.
Yeah.
He stepped up with the bat as well, which was surprising, but with the ball, he was also incredible.
Changed the whole momentum.
Yeah, against South Africa in the semi-final, his spell was unbelievable.
Correct.
My main memory of that, there was two. There's the India-Pakistan warm-up game, which was packed. I've never seen a warm-up game packed like that. But then there was also a shot that Chris Gill hit of Brett Lee. It went into the sea.
That was I still can't believe it. Because, I think it was the first or the second over of the game. And Brett Lee came in to bowl, and Chris Gill just smashed him. Oh my goodness, what a shot that was. And, we always thought that, T20 is something which is exciting. But, players like Gale, McCullum, Herschel Gibbs, all these people actually showed what you can do in the short format. We saw a 50-over game which was 434 and chased down by South Africa. That was something which you can say was, a game which could be like a T20 game because the scoring was so high. The hittings were the number of sixes hit in that game is still, I think, the record. Yeah. So one of those things which was shown by these players in the T20 was it was so much excitement around the whole atmosphere was changing. Like, oh my God, you can hit sixes in from the first over to Brett Lee.
And they had bucket hats in the crowd, just to protect your what's it called, the helmet, the hard hats.
Absolutely. I always was. All the umpires standing in front were so scared. IPL got those arm guards.
That was also the revolution of Mohammad Amir. Unfortunately, a year after he had to leave cricket, he was banned. But his spell in the final, I still remember. Dilshan also had a very good tournament.
Yes,
he was the Dil scoop and everything. So there's a lot of memories, especially for Pakistan fans. It was an incredible World Cup for them. They played outstanding cricket. And then we go to 2012 again. I don't have many memories of the 2012, but It was the start of the West Indies, man. The Calypso Kings. That game, West Indies Australia. When they chased it down, I've never ever seen Chris Gayle react like that. The energy and the anger that he showed. He's the most calm guy. He's more calmer than you, me, anybody. And
Yeah.
this guy he went crazy, nuts in that match.
I was going for a picnic somewhere, and then I saw the scorecard. I was like, I think Warner had already smashed, I think 80 or 90 runs odd in that game, and the score was almost how much? It was something which was not chaseable during that period.
Yeah.
It was pretty high.
They needed like
score.
12 runs and over or something.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, West Indies is losing this game and they're out. And then suddenly Gale goes crazy, and then Pollard comes in, and Chris Gale and Pollard have finished the game in like no time. I was like, what the hell? Unfortunately, I couldn't see that game, but I still remember watching the highlights of the game. And yes, those two were beast mode.
They were crazy. And Samuels in the finals, he
Yes.
did it again. We'll talk about that. But like, he was, and he said this one is for Shane Warne.
Warne.
Yeah, that was. I mean, rest in peace, Shane Warne. He's a legend. But they had that rivalry.
Yeah.
But it was great to see West Indies because our dads always talked about West Indies. My dad, your dad, everyone's
Yes,
dads talked about
everyone's
West
dad.
Indies. But apne ko utna nahi malum tha. Like we just Pedro Collins, Mervyn Dillon, a bit of Brian. Obviously Brian Lara we know.
Brian Lara we
yeah,
know.
but like we didn't know those fast bowling. But over here they had what they had for T20 cricket. They had the recipe where it's all rounders. They had bowlers who can bat, batsmen who can bowl, and they had six hitters. Man, they kept it simple and it was just incredible.
Bro, like, I think everyone keeps talking about all-rounders. I think West Indies was the first team in the T20 who had bowling and batting from player 1 to player 11 except for the keeper.
Yeah.
There was a time when everybody in their team could bowl. And then noticing that all the other countries started doing the same thing. Now you see Australia does the same thing. If you see the current Australian team has bowling from number 1 to number 11.
Yeah.
And what West Indies got that time, it was not just power hitting. It was also, different kind of bowling. We saw Bravo bringing the slower balls. We had hardly seen anyone bowl the slower balls that often, what Bravo used to do, especially in the death. And, he mastered it in the IPL. And then, he continued the same thing. We saw Andre Russell coming in. We saw Pollard coming in. Pollard bowling the slow bouncers. He has that height. And then, all this revolution was there. But, never noticed by any other country or any other team until these people started doing it on regular basis. So we always know that West Indies are the trendsetters. They always set up the trend in like everything, music, dancing, looks. And then they got this trend in T20 and it was amazing. It was like, again, a revolution by the West Indian team.
See ball, hit ball, and they had some skillful players as well, man. They had some very good players. And then I forgot about this World Cup, but we still have to talk about it. Is the 2014 World Cup. I was going to skip to 2016. That one, 2014 T20 World Cup. So India, if you see it from their perspective, 2009, 2000, and I forgot there's another World Cup which we didn't talk about, 2010.
2007, 2009, 2010.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the 10 one. I have to talk about that just on very quickly.
Yeah.
Because 2010, I skipped to 2012, West Indies, but 2010. So there were so many World Cups that I forgot about it. 2010, Michael Hussey, man. Like that over to Saeed Ajmal. At that time, again, Pakistan finalist, World Cup winner, and then semi-finalist. The Akmal brothers putting up a partnership. This chasing around like 180, 190. You need like 20 odd in the last over. Saeed Ajmal was the best bowler in the tournament at that time. And then Michael Hussey just does that to him, man. I'm like, again, that World Cup, it wasn't the most exciting World Cup, but that match, man, I remember it was like 12 a.m. I had school the next day, and I was watching Michael Hussey. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Like, before the over started, we were just watching, we were like, it's gone, obviously. Let's see what Michael Hussey will do. Nobody ever believed him.
Yeah.
And nobody ever thought that Mr. Cricket can play such a game.
Yeah.
Like,
especially on a slow turning wicket like that, you didn't expect.
And, a bowler, as you said, he was in his peak. He's taking those wickets. He's making sure that his team is passing through. And, we never heard, even in T20 before, a spinner bowling the last over, correct? And then, Saeed Ajmal has the ball, and people think that, yes, it's gone. The game is done. He max to max, he'll score 14 runs out of him, or maybe a 16. But 20 runs is amazing.
It was incredible. We saw something like that later on. We'll talk about it, but that was unbelievable. England went on to win that World Cup.
Correct.
Collingwood at the wheel.
Yes.
Peterson. That's why, I put Peterson in my T20 11 just for that World Cup, man. Because Peterson, I know that he hasn't had as much T20 games as other people, but he was a key figurehead in that team. And just the way he played the aggressive style, it really helped England. I thought Australia was going to win that. First, I thought Pakistan, but then I thought Australia was going to win it. But England did really well, and they won very comfortably. Again, very one-sided final. It was very...
I think so. That was the first time ever the inventor of the game won a World Cup.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean exactly. It could have been.
It was never. Never we had heard before that England winning.
And they don't really talk about it. Again, you see the English Australian fans. It's all about Test cricket, Ashes, 50 overs.
Correct.
They don't really talk about it. It is an achievement for them.
Yes.
And then we did 2012, 2014. I got to talk about it because 2014 was the rise of Virat Kohli, man. He was unbelievable in that tournament, man. Because I was thinking I don't put him in my T20 11s because I just want hitters and stuff in my team. But if you look at it, his journey from 2014 all the way to 2024, that's where in 2014 the game was different. I know West Indies was playing a certain manner, but this game was still a bit different, and he was incredible, chasing down, scoring runs, bucket loads of runs.
That game
he was
against
unbelievable.
Australia.
That one was the 2016 though.
Yeah,
the chase one,
yeah.
The 2014 one
was Pakistan.
Against Pakistan, and then
Sami came and got 2 wickets in 2 balls.
Yes.
Raina and Shikhar Dhawan.
Yeah, Shikhar Dhawan. Yeah. So that I think that in that tournament it was in Bangladesh. They did really well. They go to the final. They play Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And we all thought India was going to win that game. But Sri Lanka, man, Lasith Malinga, they changed captaincy in between the tournament.
Correct.
Lasith Malinga took over as captain, and Sangakkara, traditional, the most classical batsman you see. But in T20s, we didn't think he's going to do what he did. Him and Jarvardhan are winning a World Cup and a big win for Sri Lanka.
And perfect time, perfect stage for both of them to retire, right?
Yeah.
It was due. They had lost the 2011 50-over World Cup, and then they are back in the final of a T20 World Cup. And I feel when the time is there and the time is right for you, things will happen for you. Like, for example, 2007, Pakistan lost the finals, but they won in 2009.
Yeah.
Because they were pretty deserving in 2007. Also, they had a good fight, a good team. 2009, they won. But 2011, the main World Cup was lost by these two greats, Sangakkara and Jayawardene, and then they entered 2014 again, yet another finals against India. Yeah. And I think that was also in India? No, that was in...
the 2014 was in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, correct. That was in Bangladesh. So similar pitches for both the countries, subcontinent conditions, and I think Malinga did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
We always saw him bowl extremely well. The 4 wickets against South Africa in that World Cup game was insane. Yeah. So, he deserved it, and I think both deserved it. The time was right for them. They were retiring, and they deserved it.
Yeah, Virat Kohli played really well in the final. But
what about Yuvraj's innings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about you. But, he did so much for India, so I'm like, it's 100%. All right to have that bad.
Absolutely.
He was recovering as well.
Yes.
But, that innings was very crucial in Sri Lanka winning.
Absolutely.
It was very crucial, but it is what it is.
But if you also see, people usually say that, he was taking too many balls that entire series. The only game that kind of innings helped us was his game against Pakistan.
Yeah.
He took his time. Wickets had fallen. He stood there with Virat Kohli. Yeah. He hit 1-6, I think to Sammy only on the cow corner. So he was there for the team. Yes, he was coming and recovering from his this thing, but one World Cup doesn't take the heroics of you.
One. I mean, you can take that game in isolation and criticize, but overall, he's a T20 legend. My main memory of that World Cup, and then I'll go to the next one, is the Hashim Amla getting bowled by Ashwin, man. That it was carom ball. Oh my God! I was in the student hall in my university, and that ball happened. I'm like, what the hell was that? That was an unbelievable delivery. So I remember that. Then Virat Kohli's reaction to that. So it was good World Cup. But then go to 2016. I was still in college. I took an extra year. 2016, you were in the thick of things. You were in India over there. This was a very exciting World Cup. India-Pakistan played again. At that time, I think India won the Asia Cup one was when Mohammad Amir was, remember they took 3-4 wickets. And then they played in Calcutta. Again, Virat Kohli chased.
Yeah.
He chased it down. Then there was a match. Before that, let me go to the New Zealand game. New Zealand game in Nagpur. They just spun a web around India, and this is a home World Cup. We're like, what the hell? Ghar pe kaisa haar gaye? What's
Correct.
happening? How are we not gonna win this World Cup? But it shows that T20 cricket, that any team can win a game on their day. And
Absolutely.
India, in their own conditions, on a turning track, they got bamboozled by New Zealand.
I don't know if you know this. I think till 2016, India had never won a T20 game against New Zealand.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so they had never won a T20 game against New Zealand. There was a game, I think so, even in 2007
Yes.
when Rohit played.
The
They
group
lost
stages,
that.
India lost that game.
They lost that
India
game
lost
as
that
well.
game.
So I think the first time they won was when the Pathan brothers again had done some heroics.
Yeah.
I think that was the first ever T20 game India had beaten New Zealand.
Yeah, they're having a tough time
Yeah.
against them at home.
So
But this game put India in a tough spot, because when you lose a Super 8 game, then you need to win your remaining, and you have to look at different results and stuff.
correct.
But then Australia became a virtual quarterfinal.
Yes.
That game again at Dhawan, Rohit, they got out, I think.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was a 160 chase, 150 chase, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be like a 10-run over. And then a masterclass, man. The king walks in, looks at everything, hits Faulkner over cover, cuts him through points, whips him through square leg, and India are into the semi-finals.
He was in some next level beast form that day. Yeah, like I don't think so Faulkner would ever want to remember that day. I think his career also changed after that day. Faulkner's his cover drives, and then he actually deserved to hit the winning run. Though people give credit to Dhoni that he didn't take that single and just played it and give Virat Kohli the strike to hit the winning run. He definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not giving any credit to Dhoni over there. I'm sorry, Dhoni fans. But yes, like 100%, that day was his day, and he deserved to finish that day.
Yeah.
In that series, you're actually missing the most important game. India versus Bangladesh.
India, oh yeah. Oh my God, man.
Dhoni's fans won't be happy.
I have a story about that, man. I was in class.
Yeah.
I was in class in college, and then I was seeing like, okay, we can defend this. But then I'm like, it's Bangalore. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then I kept checking the score. It came to a point where Mushfiqur Rahim smashed, like, he had scoop and everything.
Yeah.
I got like really nervous. I left the class, and like at that time they let you like don't do this. Like you can don't tell your parents like you can leave class and stuff. I left it, man. It was an important class. I said I can't handle this. And the game India was gone. I'm getting messages. Kya ho gaya? Bangladesh se haar ke ghar pe. You going home? This that. I go to my car. And I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get just be pissed off and whatever. Go to the gym or something. Soon as I put the car thing, I see it's 2 of 3, and then the student center is close to me. So I'm like, let me just go and watch the last 3 deliveries. Whatever. We don't know what's gonna happen. And then full toss, wicket, Hardik Pandya, the last ball, he misses it, Dhoni takes his glove off, and then that was very smart. As much as I criticize him, but like that was incredible. But also the square leg fielding, he changed Jadeja there.
Correct.
The fielder.
He changed, he got a faster fielder.
Yeah.
Though I think Shikhar took a good catch of Mohammad Mustafiz first, and then Mohammedullah second. So Jadeja got Mohammedullah's catch, and Mustafizur's catch was taken by
Mushfiqur.
Mushfiqur's catch was taken by Shikhar Dhawan.
Yeah.
And then he swapped to
He swapped
Jadeja.
them,
Crazy.
That
thinking.
was a next level game. Chinnaswamy
But
was buzzing.
if you see the last ball, and when Dhoni is running and taking the stumps out, you have to see Yuvraj at point. He is actually nervous that he is like, why is Dhoni not throwing the ball and didn't get him out earlier. But Dhoni, I think, believed that even by throwing, if he misses it, and he knew his pace. He just went and he just slammed the stumps
unbelievable presence, man. Unbelievable. Just to think that if I throw it, it's gonna and last second, you don't have time at that moment.
Yeah.
So I mean,
as you said, the first thing, removing one glove. That's Dhoni's idea. Dhoni got it, right?
Yeah.
And we've seen that being repeated by many keepers after that.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. And then I don't think you want to talk about the semi-final. And then there
Well,
was,
I was in the stadium. The best moment I remember of that game was Virat Kohli looking at Anil Kapoor and doing this.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, that's heartbreak, man.
That
Again,
was hard.
like, with the West Indies just playing dot balls and sixes, dot ball sixes. Virat Kohli, I thought we got to a good score. At that time, I didn't have too much knowledge about the due and everything.
Yeah.
You were there, so I don't know if there was talk about due at that time, but I remember after that World Cup, there was more talk about due and stuff.
Before going to the second innings, I would like to add something on the first innings. Our score was pretty good for the first 15 overs.
Yeah.
The next 5 overs, we could have actually gained those extra 15, 20 runs. But what Andre Russell and Bravo did in the death 4 overs was amazing. If you see, there are almost 3 or 4 wickets like this in that game. Bowled Bravo, caught Russell, caught Bravo, bowled Russell. So those two actually, came with a plan in the death overs, and they bowled and executed the plan brilliantly. The field position by Sammy in that game, making sure Bravo is exactly in the cow corner, Russell is going in the cow corner when Bravo is bowling, and Pollard on the straights, so that he has the height, and Sammy going down as well on long off and long on. That was something actually changed the momentum of the game. Obviously, we knew that West Indies was going to go hard against the Indian bowlers. And then, yes, Ashwin did the biggest blunder after getting Lendl Simmons on a no ball.
Yeah.
So that's where the no ball thing started.
Yeah.
In fact, being from Bombay, in Mumbai, the traffic police, had a big hoarding for safety reasons. So they say even one step forward can change your life, and it was Ashwin's foot of getting Lendl Simmons out.
Yeah.
So a good campaign, yes, but it was a team. We know that how West Indies play. There was due for sure, but because bowlers like Jadeja, who would get a lot of turn even on one khade, which is the ball was like soap.
Yeah.
He couldn't grip the ball. As soon as the ball is bowled, you could hear the sound ta.
Yeah.
Because first of all, Bombay, 10 o'clock, no music.
Yeah.
No music allowed.
Yeah.
And then, it's dead silent. West Indies is like smashing you. And you could hear the clean sound coming from the bat of Andre Russell.
Yeah.
Ta! Gone straight into the Marine Drive.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It was, and Dhoni is like, okay, Virat, it's your day. Roll your arm. Come. He gets a wicket.
Yeah.
Rohit catches it a long off. And then we were like, okay, last over, we are hoping it's Virat bowling. Hopefully something happens. But we see the whole West Indies dugout running after they smashed.
Yeah, and then the final as well, the 4 6s, that was next level.
Remember the name.
Yeah, that's in T20 folklore. It's like a written Ian Bishop's commentary, those 4 6s.
Yes.
That, I actually woke up and the last over was going on. I was sleeping, and then I just woke up, and then Carlos Bato is batting the lead, and then Ben Stokes is bowling. And then talk, he finished it. I'm like, what the hell, man? It was, that went like in a flash, that final. It was a next level tournament.
It was a game. Everyone says that Ben Stokes is like a forgetful game because of his bowling, but he batted really well in that game.
Yeah.
He took a brilliant catch of Chris Gayle.
Yeah.
I think I don't know who the spinner was. Maybe Joe Root had come or Adil Rashid. I don't remember. There was a spinner who bowled Chris Gayle, and he hit it against the wind. And Ben Stokes took a good catch on long off. So the game was there of Ben Stokes, and people didn't expect Ben Stokes to get smashed for those sixes.
Yeah, but it turned him into a much better cricketer. Because that moment, when you go through like something like that, you realize you're a human, you're going to make mistakes, and then it made him much more mentally strong.
Correct.
But England, I just want to tell Sunrisers fans, they started this bashing in that 2016 World Cup. They were chasing 230, 240 against South Africa, man, in that World Cup. Owen Morgan was unbelievable captain. I think after MS Dhoni, he's one of the top white ball captains for me. I think the way he played the cricket. McCullum also is outstanding. But yeah, that World Cup. I mean, we have 15 minutes left, and
Yes.
if there's one World Cup, I can do a 2-hour episode. Not even one World Cup, one innings. We can do a 2-hour episode on it. So we'll quickly go to those World Cups. But yeah, 2016, I spent some more time on it because you were there. You were part of the thing. At 21, I was there, but I don't want to talk about it. It was here. It was in this city. It was in Dubai.
Correct.
And I reached right after the 10-wicket victory of India-Pakistan. And people at that time, people asked me, where are you from? I said, India. Oh, you lost. You lost. People who are not Indian, Pakistani, these are Egyptians. They're people from Philippines. They're people from Morocco. They're Lebanese. They're telling me. So that's my memory of that World Cup. But I was there for that Matthew Wade innings, which...
you were there.
Yeah, Shaheen
got
he
smashed.
picked him up. That was some crazy batting, man.
Okay.
The ground went silent.
Do you think Hassan Ali's catch was catchable?
Yeah, it was very easily catchable, but this comes with Pakistan cricket, and at that time I think that's the best I've seen Shaheen Shah Afridi bowl. I watched that game on TV, the one he got Rohit Kohli and stuff out, but that innings was even against Australia when I was at the stadium, he was bowling to Warner and stuff. They were getting beaten. So yeah, that World Cup was again the final one-sided Australia. It was too much due in that World Cup. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
But if you see, everyone had voted Australia out for that World Cup.
Yeah.
We never thought that Aaron Finch's team can win that World Cup. Yeah. Nobody had Australia in their top 4. None of the commentators. Yeah. Obviously, the Australian commentators always believed in their team. And that team, I don't know how the hell did they win the World Cup that year.
Yeah,
it was something.
The only criticism I have that World Cup was the toss was very, very crucial in that World Cup. Like chasing was mandatory; it was a must.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's still part of our memories. There is Pakistan fans will have that memory against beating India for the first time in a World Cup. For them, it's an unbelievable
ICC
achievement,
tournament.
And that's what made Babar Azam what Babar Azam is.
Was,
yeah, or it was. But yeah, that was a very important win because they never beat India. But yeah, then 2022, we'll only talk about one game because we don't have time, and that is the game of Netherlands South Africa. I'm just joking. But that was an important game, man. Because of that, Pakistan called, and that is why you remember Kudrat Ka Nizam. That's when it started. Saklin Mushtaq gave it an interview, and then people just took that and. That's all I heard the whole World Cup, man.
Exactly.
But that match, man, kudos to Pakistan as well, India, and people this is why I don't want to talk about the politics side of it right now, but this is why we loved the India-Pakistan match, man.
Absolutely.
What a game, bro. MCG Punter. 2 months ago, I just sat my dad down. I said, watch this, and he already seen the game. I seen the game. I just said, watch this. We watched half an hour of the Virat Kohli's batting. Yeah. The last 6 overs. Because until then, they were just doing tuk-tuk cha.
That game gives me goosebumps because I was in Canada. It was I think game was around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and then went on till almost 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. And I was like, how the hell did we pull that game? It was... I don't know if you saw the prediction. The prediction was India 8% win chances, and they were 92%.
Yeah, and this was throughout the innings. It wasn't just one period.
Exactly.
Until he got hold of Haris Rauf, Pakistan were 90+% up. And
correct.
And Haris Rauf, again, he didn't bowl that bad. There was some... that shot he hit straight, man. What the hell was that shot? Yeah, out of the ground.
Out of the ground.
And then the next... That's the class of the man. He knows that, okay, this guy's going to pitch it a bit fuller. The next and flicks it over squared leg. 6, and for me that is the best T20 match that I've seen in my life.
Till date, I've seen more Pakistani reels on that game more than any other reels from Pakistan because they also realized that nobody could have done that except Virat in what he did. कौन है ये कहाँ से आया है
and that game justified to the whole Pakistan public that Virat Kohli is the greatest Indian batsman ever. We still debate. Me and you will debate. Everyone will debate.
Correct.
They don't debate. They say that there is no one better than Virat Kohli.
There is a huge fan following in Virat.
If we'll say Sachin, some people will say Dravid, I'll say Robin Uthappa. A lot of people will say different things, but these guys...
Best bowl out, yes.
But 100%. I think that that innings was something else. Wherever you watch that game, obviously we're in the stadium, it was next level. But like wherever, because I know a friend, he said he was at the stadium, it was shaking, like it was actually shaking, like
Sure.
so many people, 100,000, it was unbelievable. That World Cup ended with England again, and Ben Stokes again. This time a very different Ben Stokes, calm, composed,
Correct.
soaking up the pressure, 3 down, 130, 140 chase. Naseem Shah bowling bullets, Shaheen bowling bullets, but they did a good job. England, and Butler got his World Cup, and another World Cup for England, successful for them, winning in Australia. That was a good achievement for them, and for me it was that game.
That
but,
game was the best game.
But Pakistan played really well as well in that World Cup. And then 2024, we were there, man. We took a drive from Toronto to New York, and we went for the Island game
Long Island,
together.
baby.
Yeah, we went to Long Island. Everyone was like, "What is the pitch?" I realized going into every World Cup, there's some controversy, right? So this
Always.
time's always the pitch, the ground, and everything. We had a good time though. We enjoyed it. The India-Pakistan game as well was a very good game with Rizwan. That wicket Bumrah, that was really good. The match, though, I want to talk about very quickly is the Afghanistan-Bangladesh game, man. Oh my! And this is why, like, people say, what do Bangladesh provide, and what do these teams provide? They do provide, man,
Exactly.
entertainment. They might not win, but that is not the point. Like, only one team wins. You have to understand they provide these games. The Bangalore game, and then this game. How good was that match?
Absolutely.
I was watching it with our good friend Ashish in his house, and it was late night, man. It was like 12 o'clock because it was raining or something. Late night in Canada.
Correct.
We never get to see cricket in Canada at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, like that, like towards the end. So it was a proper T20 game, and it was a Gulfadin hamstring.
It was like Trot from outside just did this, and suddenly he catches his hamstring and just falls down. It was so funny, but yes, that was a game to remember for ages. Because especially for Afghanistan, like they played extremely well.
Remember when they beat Australia? Do you remember where we were? I was watching it on my phone.
You were watching it on your phone?
Yeah. I'll remind you after. I can't say it. But yeah, Afghanistan were outstanding, man, in that thing. And I hope that they do well because, like, they have a very talented team.
They do have a very talented team.
I think they played really well in that, and they just got rolled over by a very good South African team in the semi. And South Africa, man, a revival of them. In the last 2 years, 3 years, everyone thought after AB de Villiers, Dale Steyn, they're going to be nothing, man. They've turned a chapter. They've become better. They're winning championships now, and they're making finals.
Absolutely.
But their problem was semi-final. Now they're making finals. They're winning championships. They had stubs there, Janssen, Rabada, even the likes of Maharaj. They were very good. And what about my guy, Henrik Klaassen, man? Like,
Henrik Klaassen.
At that time, we were together. There was a lot of people who hopefully will be watching this who are with us as well. There was no hope, man. Your best friend had
my
left.
best friend, but yes, someone just left after 15 overs, having no hope. But yes,
to be honest with you, at that time,
everyone thought the game had gone away.
It was
and we were
done,
like, it's going to happen again to us. Again, we're going to lose after the 23 World Cup. 24 again, we're going to go through a heartbreak. And then suddenly what happened there was something unbelievable. That over, especially from Bumrah, cutting down the runs, and then the next over after Pant falling down, taking that break, and then outside the off stump edge, Klaassen out by Hardik Pandya was something different. Then you start getting that hope, and then the hope changes after Marco Jansen is bowled by Bumrah, and then again there's hope. And then obviously the last over, Smith's commentary was something insane. It's going. And then long off. And then even Jatin Sapru, long off.
Viral,
and Surya Kumar Yadav. Oh my goodness, what a catch that was. Like, you keep watching in different angles. Some South Africans will say it wasn't clean and this, that, and that. And then you saw the images later on. He was way inside
that was a clutch catch.
And,
do you think the chances were less in that game or the Pakistan game in MCG?
I think the chances was less definitely in the Pakistan MCG game.
Because I just want to see like what Bumrah, Hardik, Arshdeep did. Like, can you relate it to like it's like for a bowler, because bowlers don't get that credit, but like
if you compare both the games, obviously yes, it was it was
Yeah.
not
I'm not
that an
talking
easy
about the
game.
moment, but
exactly,
just
yeah.
the difficulty.
100%, it
Yeah.
wasn't that easy. Obviously, in the MCG game, some luck also went in our
Yeah.
favor. The ball hitting the stumps, and they ran 3 runs on that, and then no ball he got for the 6. So there was some luck as well in the last over, because Hardik we had lost Hardik on the very first ball, so we thought that the match might just go away from there. In the 24 World Cup, I feel the best thing about them was they bowled extremely well as a unit. Everyone talks about Hardik's last over, Bumrah's over. Nobody, as you spoke about it, Arshdeep's over was so crucial.
Yeah.
I think he gave only 2 runs.
Yeah.
And that was something unbelievable, because you are bowling and making sure that the last over 16 runs are required. It makes it more easier for a bowler, but obviously 16 is in a World Cup finals is still manageable. But yes, those 2 runs in that over was something very crucial.
Yeah, man, it was incredible. And from you 2016, you just had hope that Kohli might do something with the ball.
Yeah.
But here India did it with the ball. So that's what the World Cup is about. You lose some, you win some.
Correct.
Remember, only one team can win. We can get frustrated. We can criticize our teams, but this is part and parcel. We have to accept that losses happen, wins also happen. We can't always think, okay, we're the best team, we have to win everything. It doesn't work like that. We can't. I know Australia have done it, but not in T20s. T20 is different. Nobody really dominates, and that's why I'm excited for this World Cup.
Correct.
Thank you so much, Punter. It was a lot of fun. Would you like to add anything?
I just have a quick rapid fire for you.
Yes.
Let's go for it, okay?
Yeah.
2007 World Cup finals, 2024 World Cup finals.
2007.
Okay. So now you're just talking about movements. You choose between the movements.
Yeah.
Misbah's scoop
Yeah.
or Yuvraj 6 sixes?
Oof, man. Misbah scoop.
Okay, Misbah's scoop or Virat Kohli's 6 down the ground to Harris Roth?
Oh my God. Misbah scoop.
Okay, Misbah's scoop or Carlos Brathwaite, remember the
Misbah
name?
scoop.
Misbah's scoop or Surya Kumar Yadav's catch?
Misbah scoop.
Misbah's scoop or the bowl out?
Misbah scoop.
Okay, we'll end that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. That's a lot of fun. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe button on Chasing Trophies, and we'll hopefully get you nice backgrounds like these in the future as well. But this was a one-time setup that we wanted to try out. So yeah, we appreciate your support, and take care, everybody. And thank you, Punter. And bye-bye.
Thanks, Missy. See ya, guys.